to while I drive because it's actually easier. I won't be looking at notes. So in this one, we're talking about asking for what you want without reservation. And all these are apex Christianity, apex humanity. And, the idea is you can actually have what you want, and it's important for you to believe in that. All that. All right. So ask for what you want without reservation. One of the things, again, I'm doing this myself, and again, like a lot of this stuff is stuff that I'm learning, or maybe I know, but I'm finally acting on. And so that's why I'm putting it out there, because there's a saying in the military. There's also a saying when I was going through various phases of my life that goes, see one, do one, teach one. That's how you learn. You see it done, then you do it, and then you teach it. You don't really know something. You don't really incorporate something unless you've taught it or shared it with someone else. That's the beauty of God's kingdom. That's the beauty of God's structure and God's harmony, is that it's all about expansion and abundance. You don't grow within a vacuum. You can't improve the lives of other people if you're staying in a tiny little hole. You say, okay, I got $1 million. Let me put it all in savings and not do anything with it. That you're cursing yourself. If you've been living on $60,000 a year and now you got $1 million and you put every single last red cent in the savings, and you stay at a job that you hate, I'm gonna be wise with it. Well, guess what? Next day you get hit by a car and $900,000 bill comes up. Well, right? Jesus said, he told the story of the one who was cursed and thrown out into the place of hell, basically, where they get whacked with bamboo poles and tortured to death. He said that's what will happen to people that take the abundance and the beauty that God has given them and they bury it in the ground and just, okay, maybe it's going to happen. I'm afraid to use it because it might go away. No, utilizing it, sharing it, expanding it, and growing it helps it to do what God said for it to do. But anyway, so that's why asking for things without reservation matters. When you ask for things without reservation, you give the person that you are asking the right to say no. So, and this is something that I'm getting so much better at. Like if I meet, and I've had so many positive interactions with women and relationships with women, like really good ones, man. I was just thinking about that the other night. But if I go to a lady and say, hey, look, I like you, and I like you in this sort of a way, what do you think about it? Obviously, with women, that's one thing I'm annoyed about Western women is that you got to beat around the bush and lie to them. You don't have to. I never do. But, I mean, I just say what I want, and then if they don't like it, they can go to heaven. But like what I'm saying is when you ask for what you want, give the other person the freedom to say no without ever judging them, and say no in whatever way they want to say, right? I think a lot of men are afraid to go for what we want, because if a woman might say no, then we're going to feel butthurt and we're going to go, oh, she rejected me the way my mommy did. And then we feel bad about ourselves, and then we hate and resent her. And she has every right to say no. As a matter of fact, when she's saying no, she's respecting you. There are a lot of women that will say yes and be lying through their face. And then later they're going to say, oh, he violated my consent. And it's like, you said yes, lady. And most men are too dumb to realize when you say yes, that means no. Okay? So ask for what you want without reservation. Don't be afraid to get rejected. Don't be afraid to be told no. Don't be afraid to get shot down. Like, I will reach out to people that I haven't talked to in forever. And I'll say, hey, you got this for me? And they'll say yes or no. It is what it is. And I have 777 or 772. It's good enough. I have people in my life that I love dearly that will often only reach out to me when money is required or needed. That's not happening anymore because we had a conversation about that. But I've gotten to a point to realizing, like, some relationships are just what they are. Oh yeah, I received that. All right. Some relationships are just what they are, right? And I think that it's okay for us to love people and respect people enough to love and respect ourselves, love and respect our own path. So if you go to a person, let's say you're a lady and you're going to be forward. And you go to a guy that you like and say, hey, look, I'm interested in a relationship with you. And he says, no, I'm not really into that. Give him, okay, it is what it is. You shot your shot. You did what you could. And he said, no, he wasn't ready. Give people the right to say no. And with you, even if you ask for something and then somebody comes to you and says, hey, and they start to get all stressed out, they say yes to fulfill the request you have. And then they start to freak out and get stressed out because now they realize they can't fulfill your request. It's okay to be like, you know what? I don't do this. Thanks, but no thanks. It sounds like you're having some anxiety helping me out here. So I don't do that. That's not the way my Father works. It's not the way the Most High God works. If it's stressful for you to fulfill a desire or a need of mine, we don't have to do this. And I can't tell you how many times I've been with women and I'm starting to notice like the no signals come up and I'm like, oh, let's close this down. It's been nice hanging out. How can I get you back home? Or how can I end this interaction? And the same with friends. If you